Now, errors in Java represent a more serious situation. Like exceptions, you can handle them using try catch or throws, of course, but you generally should not handle errors. It is a more serious situation in which your application has gone, and in many cases, you are not even able to recover from it. You should not try to recover from it. And in some cases, even if you try, you are not able to recover from it. So error class is directly implementing the throwable interface, so you can throw an error as well. So they generally signify an abnormal situation that you should not attempt to handle. And like unchecked exceptions, errors are also unchecked. So compiler will not ever force you to handle errors because they are unchecked in nature. So if we see this code, this main method is calling the recursive method. The recursive method is calling itself again. Then again and again, the method is calling itself. So this will, recursive on top of recursive. How many times will Java continue to call the same method? At one point, Java will identify that it is an infinite recursion. A method is calling itself and it will throw a stack overflow error. So if we see here, for this many times, Java has tried to call the method itself. Recursive is calling recursive method is calling recursive method. And after a while, the memory assigned to that particular stack gets full. There is no more memory available to pile method call on top of method call on top of method call. So Java throws Java throws this error, stack overflow error. Okay. You can catch it, but you should not catch it. We can try something else as well. Suppose we have taken a list which we are calling list, and then we are writing an infinite loop while true. So it will always remain true, and every time we are adding a big integer array into this list. So the first element will have this integer array of a very big size. I think it is 10 lakhs. Yeah, 10 lakhs, or you can say 1 million. Again, you will add an array of size 1 million. Again, you will add an array of size 1 million. So at some point, there will be some memory problem. There should be. Let's run this code and see. If I run this code, it is running, but at some time, heap becomes full. So what it is giving? Out of memory error. Okay. Again, it is an error, much more serious situation. You may be able to handle it, but you should not handle it. So this is another example of an error. So, these are errors which represent a much more serious situation in code. You may be able to handle that, but you should not handle